this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Your home for the NFL all season long. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Dynasty done. Edge rusher done. Quarterback done. Non-conference season done. Heisman Trophy done. What up, boys and girls? The weekend, well, that too, is done. Happy Monday. There is such a thing. Thank you for finding us on the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck kicking off a brand new week, the week before Christmas, the week that will be before the start of the conference basketball season. How you living?
What'd it do?
What a weekend, huh?
Woo.
Lots of surprises, lots of storylines, lots of lots this weekend. Global basketball gets a big win at home, and I think any win's a big win. Start out going down by 9, come back, and then run Florida Gulf Coast out of the gym in the second half. They win 75-59 yesterday at the Pit. The ladies have beaten 2 straight Big 12 opponents after handling Houston 63-41 on Saturday night at the Pit. You got a Saturday night at the Pit, a Big 12 team, a decent crowd. How about that?
How about that? It was a lot of fun.
You like that?
We'd like it. Prime time at the Pit.
So we'll get there. The Heisman Trophy was awarded to Fernando Mendoza of Indiana, not Diego Pavia. What happened after? Yep, we'll get there as well. Bowl season is underway, but we will start in the National Football League because it was a Sunday of stories, a Sunday where the Chiefs were eliminated and Patrick Mahomes is out with an ACL. It was a Sunday where the Broncos became the number 1 seed in the AFC after beating the Packers, who then lose Micah Parsons to an injury. It was just a brutal day of injuries to big players. Devontae Adams went down with a hamstring late in the Rams victory. A lot of movement at the top of standings. I guess we start with not the best game, JJ, but the most significant story. And that is Patrick Mahomes is out. The Chiefs are out. There will be a new champion. There will be a new AFC representative. The Chiefs won't be, let alone in the AFC Championship, but they will not be in the playoffs. And it happens that quickly. 16-13, they lose at home to the Chargers, and they have been eliminated.
To me, this is the end of Act 1.
I think that's right.
And this does have a feel of the New England Patriots and Tom Brady. Is it going to be 10 years in between Super Bowl titles? To be determined. But I trust in Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid that they can use this year or two to retool, and they will be once again a team that you look at and you get to the playoffs and you go, man, is it just going to be the Kansas City Chiefs again? They've played a lot of football over the last 7 years that Patrick Mahomes has been their starting quarterback, getting to the AFC Championship game and never missing the playoffs. And you saw that really start to wear on them this season. The team that you always trusted in big games, the team that made the plays late, they were on the other end throughout the entire season, and they were in that spot once again yesterday. And Patrick Mahomes trying to make a play late, suffers knee injury, and it's a double whammy of Mahomes going down, officially being eliminated from the playoffs. And to me, it's a chance to step back and look at how impressive this run is. It is really hard to do that in the NFL. And I know the conversation, it's been hot and heavy about are we going to see Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, Mahomes at all next season, and what's it going to happen? But I want to look back and say good job, good effort for what you accomplished. Because we don't respect greatness in sports. We don't respect teams that win in sports because as fans, if it's not your team winning,
You hate them.
You hate them, which I get because why would you like something else? But in sport, I am a fan of the game. I'm a fan of athletes and people doing great things. And yeah, I have my allegiances, which I grew up, and that's why I'm a sports fan. But I think at times we don't acknowledge good players because we just want to hate them because we're wired as fans to hate everything unless it's our team.
I think these dynasties start out being teams that people like. When it's something new. So when Mahomes was coming onto the scene, if I remember correctly, people were like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like him. I like the way he plays. I look at Andy Reid, got a resurgence of his career, resurrection of his career. It wasn't the Patriots anymore because you hated the Patriots so much, and it wasn't Tommy, although Tommy was still kind of there. But it was something new. You liked them. When the Warriors started, if I remember correctly, and it feels like so long ago, weren't they kind of a cool thing? I'm not gonna lie. I started to really like the Warriors. It was something different. It was something exciting. It was an undersized superstar. It was the only Bay Area team I ever liked. Right? And then all of a sudden they start winning and winning and winning and winning. And then it starts to turn and, yeah, I don't like them and they're cheaters and they do this and they, right?
You've gone to another level, too, when it's not even about how good you are anymore. It's about everything is rigged in your favor.
Right. So I agree with you. I appreciate the run that they were on. And I do believe that there will be another act. I just think, and who said it yesterday? I think it was Jason Garrett on the Sunday Night Football. You know, he said Patrick Mahomes can play another decade. I believe that. I believe that too. Why would you not believe that? Patrick Mahomes is 30 years old. I believe Patrick Mahomes will be in his prime. Now, Patrick Mahomes is going to miss a chunk of next season as he recovers from this ACL surgery. What will the Chiefs do? The Chiefs are going to get a better draft pick than they have in the past. They're going to have to go retool that defense, retool that offensive line, retool their receiving room, probably get a tight end. There's a lot there. Do I think they're going to be in the Super Bowl next year? I don't. But I believe within the next 3 to 4 years with him, they will be contenders. Now, how long does Andy Reid stay? Andy Reid's 67 years old. How long does he want to do it? I think 67, you're still fine. I mean, you know, Belichick's going at 72, 73. Well, how's that working, Jeff? Well, okay. But do you see Andy Reid slowing down? Yeah, at some point, teams get old, and by the way, the other guys have draft picks, have money, have athletes, have coaches, have video, have training facilities. The other guys are coming at you all the time. So I agree with you. Just stand back and appreciate the run that they went on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do as well. But now I'm going to move on. Because the number one seed in the AFC now is the Denver Broncos. They end up winning yesterday 34-26. Micah Parsons goes down in that game. Dude, another one. Rush their pass, on a pass rush. Plants the left leg and it gave. Wasn't on artificial turf. If it was, we'd hear, we can't be playing on artificial turf. Injuries happen on real grass, too.
Very cold grass.
All right. I mean, was it that cold? How cold was it?
It's a hard surface.
Yeah,
Things are going to happen.
I don't know what you want to do, man. You want to put out a shag carpet and have everything indoor? Maybe
shag carpet?
Maybe that's the answer. Everything has to be indoors. Don't you believe in 20 years everything will be? Everybody's going to be playing football indoors in the NFL?
I think most of the new stadiums.
But Buffalo's not,
covered.
right? Buffalo's is not. They love that mess up there.
But they built it in a way to try to eliminate the wind as much as possible.
Okay. I mean, it's still going to be really, really cold, and the
cold
surface
and
will be cold and
snowing.
yeah. I mean, okay. I don't know what the bigger story is, and I mean, they're both really big. I guess the bigger story has to be that the Broncos are the number one seed, but just as big a story is the Packers, who have now fallen to the 9 seed with that lost their dynamic pass rusher. And I listened to everybody tell me they just went from, because Micah Parsons went down, they went from being Super Bowl contenders to holding on to 7th spot and being a playoff.
Well, they are in the 7th spot
They
in your
are.
wild card team, but there's not a team in the NFC. I would still give the benefit to the Rams. But without Michael Parsons, the Packers can play with everyone in front of them.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think
You
that's
lose a little bit of edge, of course you do. But I don't look at that and go, now they can't beat Chicago or Philadelphia or Tampa Bay or Seattle, the 49ers. No. They're still right there in the mix.
Well, and they're a game and a half up on the Lions, who are behind them with 3 to go. They got the Bears, the Ravens, and the Vikings left. Because it was that was a tough loss for the Lions. Lions needed to beat the Rams yesterday, and they did not.
I think there's a bigger conversation to be had about the future of the Packers with that injury, just because you're it's losing Michael Parsons for the rest of this year when you did have aspirations of going to the NFC Championship game, then who knows what it looks like next year, plus a draft capital you had to give up. It's a double one.
Yeah, because you don't have the picks to go back out and retool them. Oh, that's right. That's also right. All right, ton to do today. We're going to open it up to you at 505-246-0610. I know I already got some stuff in on Diego Pavia. We will get there. We will get to the basketball. We will get to the bowl games. We will get everywhere you want to go. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in like they do every day. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ's on the X. It's _ JJ Buck. And on the Facebook, the OD in the AM. Adrian is producing on television, where you can watch it on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. On Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico, and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. Guest list wide open today. It's going to be you, because there's so much to talk about. Whether you want to talk about Trevor Lawrence going bonkers yesterday, the Eagles bouncing back with their victory, Houston continuing to win, the Saints just delivering a gut blow to the Panthers. It's all there for you. And Lobo basketball winning 75-59 yesterday in the pit over Florida Gulf Coast. All right, listen up, because this doesn't happen. It's never happened before, and it's probably never going to happen again. John Thomas Jewelers is moving. They're going to a new showroom, so everything must go before the move. You can save up to 70. That is 70% on fine jewelry. That includes diamonds and engagement rings and designer collections, women's jewelry, men's jewelry. It's the largest discounts they have ever offered. This is no gimmick. This is legit, because they refuse to move all that inventory to the new location. So it's a true moving sale, but when it's gone, it's gone. There's no restocks. There's no second chances. There are no holds on this thing. So if you thought about proposing, you should get over there now. Need a Christmas gift, holiday gift that wows? Go now. You've been waiting to upgrade what you have? Now is your time. Voted best jewelry store in Albuquerque 5 years running. They are my jewelry store. They were the second I walked in the door. They are magnificently different. The sale ends December 24th. The best pieces don't last days. They last for hours. So get in there today before someone else gets what you want. John Thomas Jewelers, third floor, Lewis University building. It's on Louisiana, 1 block south of Banal, right across from the Coronado Center to the east. It is John Thomas Jewelers. The details, johnthomasjewelers.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing.
Reported on Saturday evening in New York, Fernando Mendoza of Indiana was the winner. Diego Pavia, a solid yet distant second. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Not one of the closest ever, but I mean a solid second place. It's not like second and third were close either. So the quarterback from the team who is number 1 in the nation won the Heisman Trophy. And J.J., I think that's probably more the norm than it is something that's odd. It's if you want to look at numbers, you can make your conversation. That's how you voted, correct? If you want to share your Heisman vote?
Yeah, Mendoza and Pavia. It was...
What made you go Mendoza? Was it numbers? Was it winning? What made you go that way first?
Really wasn't numbers, because Pavia had the edge across the board. To me, it was the performance in the biggest games of the season. And, Pavia, you could say he had less to work with, but I'm not 100% sure on that, because I think he has the best tight end in the nation, Eli Stowers, and he did more with his legs than Mendoza had to do. But when you get down to the end, and I was racking, all right, these are my top 2. And for me, it was just the one that was able to go undefeated and win every big game of the season. I gave it to Mendoza.
And I think I'm on record, not that I have a vote. I would have voted Diego because, A, of the numbers, because, B, the impact. I would argue that he has less to work with. Yeah, he may have the best tight end in the country, but I don't know that the rest of his weapons are as good as the rest of the team is that good. They did lose 2 games, but I just don't know that the entirety of the team is as good as the best player in the country. And what Diego did for me, this is a numbers and impact thing for me. And that's why this is so subjective. And there's 900 and something of you guys who vote, right? And that's why there was such a wide variety. That's why I would have voted that way, because for me, it was a numbers and impact on a program, on the game. To me, he was the most dynamic and the best player in college football. But I understand the Mendoza thing as well.
Yeah, and they're 2 non-traditional powers that their quarterbacks were very good. And again, it was very close for me. And I will say I wasn't swayed by character in this. And I bet some people were. And that is also where I think Diego Pavia was going after the fact.
So afterwards, Diego put out a post, and it said, F all the voters. That's you, by the way. With a thumbs down emoji, and it said, but family for life. And so, and I'll read your reaction to this, and I'll read you guys. It's, look, bad luck. I don't know that there's another way to couch it, you know, and I'd love, many of you know Diego, many of you like Diego, many of you hate Diego, don't know him. We're all over the place on this. There's just no way to couch that. He did apologize afterwards. When he posted that first one, the F all the voters, it was with his offensive lineman at the ceremony. And afterwards, he posted this on X. It says, being a part of the Heisman ceremony last night as a finalist was such an honor. As a competitor, just like in everything I do, I wanted to win. To be so close to my dream and end up short was painful. I didn't handle those emotions well at all and did not represent myself the way I wanted to. I have much love and respect for the Heisman voters and the selection process, and I apologize for being disrespectful. It was a mistake, and I am sorry. End quote. And I believe him. I know many of you don't, and it'll, you know, who wrote that, what PR hack wrote it, did AI write it? I've heard it all. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the action is the action, and you know, it is what it is. He also said Fernando Mendoza is an elite competitor and a deserving winner of the award. I have nothing but respect for his accomplishments as well as the success that Jeremiah and Julian have this season. I've been doubted my whole life. Every step of my journey, I've had to break down doors and fight for myself because I've learned that nothing would be handed to me. My family has always been in my corner. My teammates, coaches, and staff have my six. I love them. I'm grateful for them, and I wouldn't want anything to distract from that. I look forward to competing in front of my family and with my team one more time in the Relay Quest Bowl. That was the conclusion of this quote. The F the voters will take certainly way more. It's way more of a heavy hit, and that will be way more of an impression. Certainly, I have to believe than the apology.
Because how many times are you gonna keep apologizing for stuff, man? That's the way you feel. Then own it.
I don't know. Has he apologized for much else?
Or not apologize?
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't happy you finished second. You said it. And then someone said, dude, that looks bad. Okay, so you apologize for it.
It was a bad one.
But that's not something I think he's sorry for.
Yeah. The way in which he said it was the bad one. And, you know, people tell you all the time, you know, be who you are. And Diego Pavia certainly be's who he is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, dude, that got you to the Heisman stage.
There's no
in
doubt.
New York.
Yeah. And I will stand by this. And again, I'll get to your comments here in a moment. I was just listening to Clark when I was going to get some coffee. Bob's show over on News Radio was on in the break room, and he was talking about, you know, the embarrassment and how he embarrassed Albuquerque and whatever. And I know a lot of you feel that way. Here, I'll read them to you. This one is from 0193. Oh, let me back that out. 0193 says, Diego Pavia cast a dark cloud over the Heisman Trophy Awards ceremony, Vanderbilt University, the city of Albuquerque, and the state of New Mexico. It'll be interesting to hear what the voters, the former winners in attendance, the administrators of Vanderbilt, and listeners of the opening drive have to say regarding this fiasco. Now, look, there's no way that it's a look. People were complaining, man. Look, people didn't like the way he dressed. He had a suit on. Go back and look at some of the other guys at the Heisman ceremonies over the past bunch of years.
I will say, because of Diego Pavia, his attitude, people nitpicked everything about him this weekend.
Yeah, did you think I don't know how much of the ceremony, I know you were over at the pit, you had women's basketball. Did you think, I thought he was fine at the ceremony.
I'm with you on that one.
What did he do? He wore a light suit with a chain and a turtleneck, and he didn't have a tie on. But go look at some of the suits that have been worn. Go to the NBA draft. Go to the Heisman. I thought he was fine at the event. I just did. This one is from 8835. Good morning, guys. I wish Diego could have used his opportunity and platform to uplift Albuquerque and net some positivity for a city that always needs it. Instead, he confirmed stereotypes that hold the city back. But instead, he took the honor of being a Heisman finalist with so much gratitude. He made sure to say F all the voters and everyone else on the way out. He said sorry, though, so I'm sure it's all good. I hope everyone now realizes that he should not represent our city in any form or fashion. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but it's just who he is. This one is from 0584. Diego Pavia, when your second tweet should have been your first. No. Look, there's nothing that was a
I think
good
you
look
should.
about it.
That's actually a very good thought.
What's that?
I think Diego might need to save that in his notes app.
Yeah. Pretend you sent the first and send the second. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Look, let me just tell you this. I will stand by this, and because I think facts are facts. I do believe Diego Pavia had the best college football career of any high school athlete who came out of New Mexico since Tommy McDonald in the mid-50s, and it might be ever. Okay? I don't even think it's arguable. Now, how he represented, that's all up for interpretation. Some are proud, some are not. I guess it depends on where you come from and what it means to you. But there was nothing good about the look, and I would tell Diego that. You know, the F all the voters thing. Man, you finished second in the Heisman. Do you realize how good that is? For a kid from Albuquerque's Volcano Vista High School who had 0 D1 offers out of college or out of high school, who had one coming out of JUCO when he won a national championship, to go and resurrect New Mexico State, taking the 2 bowls, and take Vanderbilt to the best football era of their history, and to be on the stage in New York and finish second, it's phenomenal. And, you know, emotion got to him. And again, that's not an excuse. I'm making no excuses for it. Please don't think that. It's a bad look. I think Diego should have been really, really proud of finishing second. And, you know, you decide if you're proud of a guy from this town who finished second or not. I got 2 lines flashing at me. I'll get them when I get back. 505-246-0610 because I'm way late for this break. Got to tell you about IPS, though. IPS watches my home. Private security, affordable private security. In a time and a place where you need affordable private security because the police just simply don't have enough officers to cover all the calls they get for service. 7 minutes or less, that is the typical response time for International Protective Service. They got officers strategically placed all around Albuquerque and Santa Fe. They react quickly. IPS provides standing guards. If you would like eyes on your property around the clock, they'll install alarms and camera systems. And they have a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and around your business. So who is watching your home when you're gone? Make sure it is the good guys. 505-897-2420. That's IPS's number. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport. including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your...
All right, what says you? We've been talking about Diego Pavia and the voters post and then the apology. Mud says I was proud of Diego for reaching the Heisman, as I told you the other day, but I'll take it back. It was embarrassing from start to finish, and his comments about not winning did him in. It shows his true colors and makes him ping on the logo his true feelings. Not a good look for Albuquerque or the Pavias. All right, let's go to you, 505-246-0610, Cleveland Mike. Good morning, Mike. How you living?
Well, my name is Cleveland Mike, so, you know. But anyway.
I'll just call you Cranky Shador.
Hey, man, I still got my wrist in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I think that we need some other pieces. But I'm not off Shador. I love him.
All right.
But every time I wear my Josh Gordon jersey, everybody's like, "Oh, Shador, let's go." I'm like, "No, this is a Josh Gordon jersey." I'm a pothead too, you know. So I was calling about this Diego Pavia thing and the apology. I thought, first of all, him being on the stage was amazing for Albuquerque. I don't think that no matter what he said after that is, a damper on it or anything. I think that if you feel a certain way, then you should, if you express it, hey, what can you do? That's just raw emotion, and I want my quarterback to have that. With that being said, I think everybody is very sensitive these days. I think they hold athletes to a standard that is kind of like, unrealistic in a sense. So I think that everybody is a bit sensitive. Although I just want to say Bijan Robinson is not called smear the queer. We call it tackle the they them. Okay? That's what we call it nowadays. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was a game back in the day that was called that. All right, James Gunn too. All right, I just was watching the video. I don't even know where that one came from. How did I get that video? Who sent that to me? Diego out partying that night with a Bleep Indiana thing going on as well. You see that one?
I did.
So Mike just said, I want my quarterback to have emotion, and he shows emotion. And that's true. Diego's emotion, to your point, basically got him where he is, right?
Yeah, to me, that did not sway my Heisman vote one way or the other. I wasn't looking at this as character award. Like, I know who Diego Papi is, how he handles himself, the way he addresses situations, and for him to have that feeling, post that on social media. I'm not gonna analyze content from a dude partying on a Saturday night.
Probably best that you don't.
Oh, someone in the party put an F Indiana message out there, and Diego enjoyed it. Okay, just like all your friends are saying F this and that.
Yeah. When it's all said and done, and it will soon be all said and done, right? Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the first quarterback picked in the NFL draft. What do you think this does in regards to, because somebody asked me this morning in the hallway, does this hurt his chances of getting drafted and or a shot in an NFL camp? He will get a shot in a camp, right? I don't know if he gets drafted. I don't know where he would get drafted. If you say somebody's going to take a shot at him, but I mean, do you think he gets drafted? Is he a 4th, 5th round pick, or is he a free agent guy?
I'm leaning more towards free agency, and the Heisman Trophy has nothing to do with getting drafted. Now, it's a good question from someone on the outside looking in, but
somebody asked me about the character piece, right? Is somebody going to stay away from him because that's how he handled? I think he's going to camp and get cut and start posting F the Giants.
Okay, and then he won't be brought into another camp. But this is the NFL, man. They put their big boy pants on, and if you're talented enough, they'll bring you in. And I don't think whether he was a choir boy or not, he was going to be a
just Fernando Mendoza is kind of a choir boy, right?
I don't think this draft class isn't good at all. I think this is one where we're going to be talking in a year or two, going, "Oh, you spending top 3 pick on that?" Like, one of these guys is going to pop. It is.
Who else is it?
But because we've seen that before, where maybe drafters who don't like someone becomes a pretty good starting quarterback. Diego Papi is going to have his chances. Is he get drafted? I would be on the lower end of that and think it would be, free agent.
I believe he will get drafted late because somebody's going to say, I want him in my camp, and I don't want him going to somebody else's camp. You kind of control his rights if you take him in the 5th, 6th, 7th round, right? And so you say, I'm the one who gets to invite him to camp. And it's going to have to be a organization with a very strong head coach, right? And it won't be to come in and be my number 1 quarterback. It's going to have to be somewhere where there's an established, comfortable starter, and Diego gets a shot. Now, but what I was asked is, this F the voters thing and the whole thing, and his, the character is everybody keeps telling me, is that going to keep him out of a camp? I don't think it keeps him out of a camp.
I don't think it keeps him out of a camp. Maybe, to your point, does it? A team say, I'd rather, hey, if he's a free agent, we'll lob him a call as opposed to.
Yep. Yeah. All right, James. Good morning. Bruin James, you're on the Sports Animal. What's up, James?
Hey, good morning, guys. Wow. Diego Pavia could have, made Mexico proud of him and Albuquerque. And, man, why would you do something like that? Just keep quiet. You're second in the Heisman Trophy. Fernando Mendoza was going to win it no matter what because he beat Ohio State and in prime time and when all the marbles, So, I mean, geez, that's sad. It's too bad, And if I'm a pro team, I definitely would not pick him.
Really?
I would just not even pick him. So, the character is bad. I mean, it's too bad. He could have maybe been a shining light for a lot of guys there, a lot of people in Albuquerque and in New Mexico in general, but he just ruined it. So,
well,
all right, guys, that's my opinion.
All right,
Take care, guys.
I don't know that he ruined it. I don't think that anybody thought he was a choir boy to your point. And I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of people who admire that edge to him. And maybe it's part of where you come from, how you grew up. And again, I'm not telling you, please don't hear me telling you the F the voters thing was all right. I don't think it was. There's nothing positive about that. I wish Diego didn't do that. It's a bad look. And yes, he put out the apology. But I'm telling you that there are people, just as we're going to get differing views today, right? Like Mike said, I love my quarterback that has an edge. And there's some of you who said, he embarrassed New Mexico. And right, you're all over the place. The same is going to go true in front offices in the National Football League. And there's going to be someone who goes, you know what, that guy reminds me of me. There is. Because that's how I felt when I got snubbed. And I got no problem with him telling the world. And I'm going to give him a chance. He will get a chance. I firmly believe that. And JJ, to your point, again, the NFL it's all about performance. Now, I've said this before too. Diego's going to have to tone it down when he gets to the NFL, because the last thing anybody, especially a head coach, needs or will accept is a distraction and a backup quarterback. Right? We've watched it. I mean, how many times? When your backup quarterback on Kaepernick all the way down the line, when your backup quarterback is going to be the guy that there's all kinds of noise around, I don't know a head coach that wants any of that noise.
And I don't think there's going to be an owner that takes a liking to Diego Pavia like Jimmy Haslam did with Shedeur Sanders.
Maybe.
But you never know. It
Yeah.
could be one draft interview, one pre-process thing where it happens and they click. It's a possibility. I think Diego Pavia is going to be spending the summer trying to earn a spot on an NFL team.
Yeah.
Is he going to be drafted? I would bet against it, but that doesn't mean he won't be in NFL football.
Yeah, I believe he will get drafted somewhere later. And to your point, it's not like the quarterback class is great. And somebody thinks they can hit lightning in a bottle somewhere, deeper in the draft. And he's going to have an opportunity. That's we'll see it. We'll watch it play out. Right, April's the draft, and then we'll watch the camps go out all summer.
Because Diego Pavia is like a lot of guys in college that are super exciting, but you look at it, man. Is he 6 feet tall? And is he going to be able to run away from NFL defenders?
Mud asks, since Diego played for the Aggies, how do Aggie fans feel? I don't know, Aggie fan, how do you feel? 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Center.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico.
Through 2 interceptions, Cutforth threw 3 interceptions. So 5 total interceptions thrown by Boise State quarterbacks. And Washington handled the Broncos, who are now, next time they'll play football, they will be representing the Pac-8 or whatever the Pac. Are they changing the name? Are they going to still be
Pac-12?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter, right?
Champion.
The Big Ten is, 18 teams? The Big 12 is
now.
18 teams? The Atlantic 10, I think, is still 10. Maybe I don't even know. Did you catch any of it? Washington whooped them.
Washington looked good.
Yeah.
And it was a very disappointing performance for Boise State. It wasn't quite that squad this year.
Yeah, Washington put it on them. The Broncos end up 9-5. I've been listening to all this noise coming out of there. Spencer Danielson ain't it. 9-5 is not acceptable. This is not okay for Boise State. And how can you lose 5 games in a season? And all right, different standards, man, different worlds. But Boise State, that was their final year. They did win the Mountain West Conference Championship. That will remain fact as you go forward. Bowl games will get started in earnest tomorrow. You will get one every day, it feels like now. The IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl. That's the game in Mobile, or in Montgomery, the former Camellia Bowl. That'll be tomorrow. Troy and Jacksonville State. Then you get the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. That'll be in Orlando on Wednesday. That'll be South Florida and Old Dominion. Also on Wednesday, the 68 Ventures Bowl, the one in Mobile, the old GoDaddy Bowl. I think that had a GMAC Bowl. It's had a number of names on it. That'll be Louisiana and Delaware. And then Thursday, the brand new Xbox Bowl in Frisco, Missouri State, and Arkansas State. Did you fill out a pick'em? Did you play the bowl season pick'em game? Get in?
Can I still get in? I forgot.
I don't know if maybe you can. I tried to enter. There was an ESPN one that I got sent from work that I was supposed to get on the group, and I was like literally doing it the first quarter of the Celebration Bowl. Like, just cost me that game, so I filled them all out, and then it wouldn't let me in. Yeah, because they're all like conference pools as well.
Yeah, so you missed out, but
yeah,
sure. There's plenty of things you can hop into. You're ready for bowl season.
Yeah, it's all there for you, and you'll jump into it full. All right. When we get back, we'll get into the NFL stuff. I want to hit Lobo basketball over the weekend, Lobo women. It's all on the table for you. The NFL, spectacular. JJ, would you say the Broncos win was the biggest win or the Bills win? Because I think the Bills was.
Yes. I think they are gigantic in their areas because you have the Josh Allen now ascended to Mahomes status for this season in terms of that's the quarterback that's got to carry everything, and it's time for him to do that each and every week, which Superman gave on.
Him going into Foxborough and being down 21-0 early and 24-3 at halftime and rallying that and scoring on 5 straight possessions, 4 of them touchdowns, on the road in a division game, in basically it's an elimination game for the division because they had already beaten you. They were up a couple of games on you. And to do that on the road, I thought he was spectacular yesterday. And as good as Drake May was in the first half, and Drake May was really, really good, Josh Allen is Josh Allen. So I thought he was big. The Broncos win is really big, too, though, because not only do they beat it's the number 2 team in the other conference, but with the loss by New England, they now ascend to the number 1 spot. And as we sit here today, the bye in the playoffs. To me, those were certainly the 2 biggest wins. I thought the Rams win over the Lions was big, as the Lions are now really in danger of not making the playoffs. And to me, the biggest loss, and we'll get there, Panthers cannot lose to the Saints. And how about Phillip Rivers? How about that old man went up to Seattle and damn near beat Seattle? Goodness. You see the drive at the end for the field goal, and then see that they gave up. I mean, the defense gave it right back. What'd you think of the old fella? He didn't have a set of cleats, dude. I saw a story where he had to take some cleats out of a trophy case.
I think Seattle needs to be thanking the football gods that they came away with that victory because the disrespect. Goodness.
Yeah. 505-246-0610. Let's go. Cowboy fan? I think that's it. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Out.
This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses in Portales, Roswell, and come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient. They're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting
Easy with the jokes. But, I mean, there'd be a faction of Albuquerque that would go, hell yes, that's what I want, right?
At this point, anything's possible. They could make him the mayor for life.
Yeah, I guess that's right. This one said, I got two for you, and then I'll go to the phones. It's from 8715. If Pavia ended up on an NFL roster, they would definitely have to have a talk with him about this kind of stuff, stupid tweets, intoxicated and disruptive family members of games, etc. Pretty sure all NFL teams have an onboarding process for rookies discussing this type of stuff. Having said that, I think he will get drafted in the late rounds. Will he make the final roster? Who knows? But 3 years ago, who gave him any kind of a chance of being where he is now? Kid's a gamer. And that's really kind of my point on him. That really is my point. I mean, I'm not going to doubt this young man. I don't love the fact that he put out that F the voters tweet. Nobody does. It was a bad look. It was. And the apology followed. Are you gonna doubt him? This one is from 8573. Diego can't save himself from himself. He showed his core values. Edgy? Stupid? It depends on what your core values are. So many supported him purely because he's from New Mexico. If you read what they're saying about him nationally, he stained New Mexico athletes in the eyes of far too many. His form letter ChatGPT apology will not cover his actions. This decision to act out at the voters cost him more than he can fathom. We'll see. I mean, again, we are going to see. People keep asking me. I got asked that in the hall today. Do you think that'll keep him? That'll hurt him. All right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Jerry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Jerry.
Good morning. Yeah, that guy's had no class since he had to relieve himself on the Lobo field, and he doesn't have any class. And I've heard his family has even less class. So none of it surprised me. And as far as him becoming an NFL quarterback, well, I don't think he'll make it. And if he wants to put me on that deal of non-believers, put me in there. I mean, because the class thing, it's like ugliness. It doesn't go away. He's got no class. Never will have any class. So that's what I got to say.
Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate you. You're not alone feeling that way, right? And like I said earlier, so somebody said, be who you are. Diego's being who he is. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Isn't that kind of what makes some of the biggest stars, the polarization? And I'm not telling you he's one of the biggest stars, but isn't that kind of it, right? Some people, you be who you are, you be edgy, and edgy, if that's right, the word. Whatever. The polarization sometimes makes the biggest stars the biggest stars.
It adds to it, absolutely.
Now, there's a chance Diego plays his final game, and that's it, right? I don't know. We'll watch it and watch it with certainly intrigue. If he gets into the NFL, yeah, there'll be some conversations, and there probably will be a little less leeway or toleration at the NFL level. Especially, look, you'll tolerate a guy who's a first pick a lot way more than you will a guy who's a fifth round pick, right?
That is correct.
So we'll see where it plays. All right. Can we get in the Phillip Rivers thing a little bit? I know it's not the biggest story in the NFL yesterday, but to me, it was really intriguing to watch him. Phillip Rivers never had the greatest throwing motion anyway, but it looked like he was shot putting the ball down the field. I have unbelievable respect for a dude who was on the couch a week ago and had been retired for almost 5 years, that came off the bench, went 18 for 27 more, a touchdown and an interception, and damn near beat one of the best teams in the NFL on the road at 44 years old a week after coming off the couch. Now, did he only do it? No, man. That defense was really good. Jonathan Taylor ran for 87 yards. But JJ, they had, 238 yards of offense. Went up to Seattle, where that defense has been as good as anybody lately. He had a drive that led to a last-minute field goal that put his team up with, 50-something, 40-something seconds to go. Seattle got the ball back, drove down, they kicked their own field goal at the end, and then he threw an interception, just trying to chuck it down the field. That was so much better than I could have fathomed. Mad respect for that dude. Mad.
What he was able to do for the Colts, it's crazy. The way he was able to elevate that entire team. What are you talking about? The defense played their best game of the season. They went in there and go, man, we got Phillip Rivers coming off the sideline, a high school coach coming to quarterback our team.
Yes.
And they took that personally in the way the defense for Indianapolis played. It was the best performance that defense has had this entire season to keep it close, to keep them in the game, because Phillip Rivers looked exactly like you'd expect 44-year-old Phillip Rivers to look throwing the football.
Does it get better next week?
Keep your fingers crossed that it got there.
Does it get better?
And if I'm Seattle, I can see how they might have overlooked Phillip Rivers and said, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk, man. This dude's going to come in and complete passes. No. They were always just like a step short on those passes, but somehow, some way they got there. He averaged 4.4 yards per completion. He was shot putting that ball as much as he could to get it 8 yards down the field, but he did.
But he did. Like we were all load up on Seattle, load up on Seattle's defense, right? It was the easiest thing. And what do I tell you every time? Every time it feels like stealing, what happens? It doesn't work that way. I got mad respect for them. I don't know. They're the last team out of the playoffs right now in the AFC. They're a game behind Houston, who won again yesterday. They play Houston last game of the season. Colts get the Niners at home, the Jaguars, who, by the way, at some point, can we say the Jaguars are legit?
10-win football team.
Trevor Lawrence threw for 1,000,000 yards and 37 touchdowns yesterday. It just felt that way, especially if you were playing against them in the fantasy football playoffs. What up?
Can you believe some of the names that destroyed us this weekend?
This is a crap. Do we still have that drop? That is a crap. It is unbelievable to me what I was watching. But can we say Jacksonville's legit? How about this, boys and girls? As we sit here on December 15th, it was August 15th, and we were starting this football season. If I'd have said to you, Denver's the 1 seed, New England's leading the AFC East, Jacksonville's the 3 seed, Pittsburgh's in the playoffs, and the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bengals are all out. You're high, Jeff. No, not really. That's how it is. NFC. I guess the NFC probably looks like you thought it might. Although the Bears is the 2 seed, probably isn't, right? That division, everybody was picking somebody. It was that division was and the Lions are out. The Lions are the 8th seed. And I don't see a path for the Lions to get back in now. It's why they play this crazy game, man. It's why we yearn for it all year. Why we talk about the NFL. It's so good, man. It just is so good. How about the Saints beating the Panthers yesterday? How about what a weekend for the Moors? Kirby gets a job at Washington State as the head coach, 160 miles from his hometown in Prosser. And his big brother, Kellen, head coach of the Saints, beats the Panthers. I texted with their dad the other day, just how about this weekend for the Moors? And he's just super stoked, right? Now he's got one son who's the head coach in the NFL, and the other one is 100 and something miles away from his home, and he gets to go and watch him at Washington State. It's pretty big for Coach Tom Moore.
It's huge. That's why I play the game, man. Those division games, the Saints and Tyler Shuck the last 2 weeks beating Tampa Bay,
all right,
and Carolina.
Is Tyler Shuck it?
No.
Are you?
But he's going to have an opportunity to battle to be the starting quarterback.
Well, what do you do now? If you're New Orleans going into the offseason, right, you are going to have, I don't know, the 5th pick, the 6th. Well, what are they right now? They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, dang, they're up to 7th or 8th pick. That's not quarterback range.
There's players, whether it's Tyler Shuck or Shedeur Sanders, you can't say they're it. You can't. It's
when
too
I say
hard
it,
of a position. Is it someone that you're bringing back and maybe not selling the farm to have to move somewhere to move up in the draft in this draft class? I don't think these teams are.
Let me define it. It means, is he their quarterback?
He will be competing to be their quarterback.
With whom?
Maybe someone they pick in the first round.
You think they pick a first-round quarterback? Yeah. They took him in the second last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need a lot, dude. They need line help. They need defense. Although, look what they did yesterday. That's the biggest stunner of the day, isn't it? How about in that division, both Tampa Bay and New Orleans get beat by Carolina and Atlanta? Nobody wants that division. That was the Saints to have. And now they're 7-7. And by the way, Kellen's done a nice job with that roster. They've got a lot better. They haven't had Alvin Kamara basically all year. They're running the ball with Devin Neal, but they're not running the ball. They're letting Tyler Shuck chuck it. He's turned Devon Vele into a name a little bit. Found Chris Olave. They've won 4 games, but I didn't think they'd win 2. Did you think the Raiders were going to be the worst team in the NFL?
Not the worst team.
Would you say they are?
Right now, yes.
I think they're worse than Tennessee and the Giants.
Yes.
They're horrible. All right, 505-246-0610. When we get back, we'll get into the Raiders. I'm sorry, the Cowboys. The Cowboys and what happened last night, what that means, because the Vikings came in and finished them off. I want to get into the Jaguars a little bit more. Houston wins. Eagles with a big bounce-back win, but they played the Raiders. How'd your NFL? Oh, and the Rams, big win. That's a big win for the Rams. 505-246-0610. John Thomas Jewelers having a sale that's never happened before. And when I say sale, I mean this is something crazy. It's a true moving, everything must go deal because they're moving. 70% off on fine jewelry. This doesn't ever happen. This includes everything. Diamonds, engagement rings, and designer collections, and jewelry for men and women. Largest discount ever offered. This is no gimmick because they're not moving all this inventory to a new location. But it is a true moving sale. So once it's gone, it's gone. You don't get to reorder it or no. There's no restocks or no holds or no second chances. So if you've thought about getting that holiday gift that is going to wow someone, get over there now. If you have ever thought about proposing, now is your time. If you want to upgrade what you have, this is your time to get over to John Thomas Jewelry. They're my jewelry store. Have been since the second I walked in the door because they take care of you. They have an incredible selection, great prices. They are it when it comes to jewelry. That's why they've been voted the best jewelry store in Albuquerque 5 years running. This sale will end December 24th, and the best pieces don't last days. They last hours. Get over there before someone else gets what you want. It's at John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. It's on Manal, 1 block south. I'm sorry, it's on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. On Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, directly across from the Coronado Center. It's John Thomas Jewelers. Details are at johnthomasjewelers.com.
This report is...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New
All right, let's go. Cowboys got beat last night, 34-26. Pretty much ends them, too. As we take a look at the playoff standings, Cowboys sit in 10th. They're not eliminated at 6-7-1, but they are 3 full games behind the Packers, who are holding on to the final playoff spot, the number 7 spot. In between them are the Panthers at 7-7, the Lions at 8-6. A tough loss last night at home, in which J.J. McCarthy had a little bit of a day, huh? And to get beat, J.J., I thought that was a get-right game. I thought that Minnesota was scuffling. J.J. McCarthy throws for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dak, I don't want to say pedestrian at 294 yards. But it's a game they had to win, man. Bottom line.
And to instill that type of confidence in J.J. McCarthy and have him be the talking point of the night. And this is a defense that's had some decent moments, but still kind of reverted back to the team you saw early in the season that was really struggling and allowing Minnesota to finish off those drives in the red zone, score 30-plus points on you. It was a frustrating for Dallas because you just assumed that they were going to be able to handle J.J. McCarthy, and he danced his way into the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey missed 2 field goals. Never seen that before. I mean, they were bombs. Don't get me wrong, but, I mean, he's the bomb maker. All right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Travis, what says you? Good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good morning, fellas.
How you living?
Doing well. Listen, JJ, get your finger off of the dump button.
I don't know, man.
Last time I came in,
This guy's got a history.
firing away.
Yeah, this guy's got a history of dropping bombs, man. Keep your finger on the dump button.
Listen, I learned from my mistakes. I went into one of the Aaron Rodgers quiet retreats. I'm coming back stronger. I'm coming back healthier. And I'm hoping, unlike Aaron Rodgers, I don't fumble it for the Steelers. But here's the deal. If you're the Dallas Cowboys and you can't beat J.J. McCarthy, that shows you that you are not one George Pickens away from a Super Bowl.
Right.
You got way more work to do than signing George Pickens on a max $30+ million contract. You did not have a single sack all night against J.J. McCarthy. And by the way, was Pickens playing last night?
Yeah, 3 catches, 3 for 33. Yeah, three catches.
I mean, that's the game, right? Like this is one of the biggest games, if not the biggest, as JJ, talked about last week for Kansas City, right? Every next game is the biggest game, and he was nowhere to be found. So you need a lot of help, and $30 million George Pickens isn't going to get it done for you. So, Cowboys, welcome to mediocrity. You should be used to it after about 30 years under Jerry Jones. But listen, on to this. I just want to talk very, very briefly on this Diego Pavia situation. JJ had the perfect right take. If you are that guy, be that guy. And the worst part about this situation is he fires off the tweet, which we all know is, we're all like scratching our heads at, eyes wide, going, man, probably not the thing to say. And then moments later, it's the apology tweet. Did AI ever apologize for the practice rant? No, he didn't. AI was that guy. Diego Pavia, if this is your brand, be that guy. This is your take. Have it. Be that guy, and don't apologize. And obviously what happened over the weekend is a bad look for him and may confirm some views for some fans and may pull or bother some fans away from his camp. But let me just say, people for the last couple of years and even longer have been crushing this guy for the behavior of his family, of his brother, you know, and all the stuff that his brother has got into, and some comments about whatever his mom is into, which I still don't really understand. And you heard me last week. I was on here. I was defending Diego Pavia because I thought a lot of that criticism, quite frankly, was unfair. And if you look at Vandy Twitter throughout this season, even while this kid was playing at a super high level, had them in the CFP conversation, you know, like the things that Vandy fans are saying about this kid, I thought were quasi-racist, quite frankly, and I thought they come from a place of not understanding New Mexico or what it means to be a New Mexican. But the part that bothers me are the self-inflicted wounds. What happened over the weekend, that's a self-inflicted wound. That's on you. And so that's just like these kind of mistakes, the peeing on the logo and, you know, kind of apologizing, but not really. Like, these are on him, and it's the self-inflicted wounds that kind of stick in my craw. But I have the perfect place for him to get drafted to.
Do you?
The Cleveland Browns.
Oh, no.
Cleveland Browns love this kind of hype. Man, Johnny Manziel, Shador Sanders, you know, Deshaun Watson is still there after, you know, about 50 complaints of sexual assault and massages. Like, bring in Diego Pavia, be a perfect landing space. But the person I feel the worst for in this whole situation is Mendoza, because I really think this conversation, which is absolutely occurring in the national media as well as on our own local sports talk radio show, is overshadowing his accomplishments. You know, he's the first Indiana player to ever win this award. I thought he played huge in big moments and in big games, and they scored a heck of a lot of points. Now, I will say there is a very ugly conversation happening online about Mendoza, which is kind of just the smashing together of politics and sports, and it's disturbing. And I don't listen. You guys probably don't want to get into that conversation, but what's happening online right now to that kid is disturbing, and it should not happen. He should be celebrated for winning that award and being the first Indiana player to do so.
All right.
But Diego Pavia, the self-inflicted wounds, you got to get that fixed.
All right, man. Appreciate you. There's a lot there. Look, Fernando Mendoza is the first Hispanic to win that award since Jim Plunkett in 1970. Jim Plunkett, whose dad was born in Albuquerque, mom from Santa Fe. And I think he should be in the Hall of Fame, too. There's a lot to celebrate about Fernando Mendoza. And he's not wrong. The shine has been somewhat, or not the shine, the attention's been taken away from Mendoza because certainly what Diego's said, tweeted, done. All right, Dan, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Dan.
Good morning. 6 field goals, Jeff. 6 field goals. You know, for a little while there, I said, both of these teams are going to lose today.
Yeah.
But, no, they came back and pulled it off. But Thursday night,
Rams.
boy, that's going to play. We're getting ready to play the most dangerous team in the NFL. And I say that honestly and genuinely because, damn, man, your squad is pretty damn tough, bro. Let's see what we can do on Thursday night. I'm really looking forward to it. And if you'd have told me at the beginning of the season this would have been happening, I wouldn't have believed it. But here we go, man. So Thursday night, Jeff, go Hawks, baby.
Seattle and the Rams, Thursday night up in Washington State. It's a big one to start off the NFL week. And it's the top of the NFC West, and it's the top of the NFC, period. And it's a huge one, and we'll get there. But, yeah, Seattle was able to manage 5 field goals. Well, 6 field goals. 6 field goals. I had the kicker on a team that didn't matter because I was playing against Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence and Travion Henderson. Woo! Like, if you looked at your opponent and said, he's got Trevor Lawrence and Travion Henderson, you're like, I got a pretty good chance. Right?
Feeling okay.
And then he kicked the crap out of me.
What a game.
Unbeatable. 505-246-0610. Keep them coming. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. You want to get in on Louisville basketball last night? You can as well. Yesterday afternoon, I kept saying at night. Isn't it crazy when you do a day game and you keep saying night and you're like, well, it's still 2 in the afternoon. I mean, it's just like, you know, and then you do your little, your promotional reads that says tonight. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's today.
I know. Those are little changes I do.
Yeah.
Like tonight's keys to the game.
Yeah, today.
2 days keys to the game.
Daniel's desires. Those are the keys to the game. Daniel's demands. He has to decide if he likes desires. Instead of, like Hunter's keys to the game. Daniel Ferris's Daniel's desires. He liked my 3H club for Howell, Hoft, and Hall. The three, because I couldn't decide if I liked the Local Legion or the Legion from Local, the three guys from San Diego, or the 3H club. He opted for 3H club.
I like the 3H club.
Yeah, we got to get into the Bullion injury too and what that means, because he went down. Both he and Chris Howell did not come back. Lobos played the second half without two starters and ran away from Florida Gulf Coast. But what that means now, when you take a look at the schedule, they're off until Saturday, and then they get another 10 days off or 9 days off until their next game. And so what do you do if Bullion's not ready to go? It appeared to be a hamstring. I mean, he was grabbing that hamstring area. But we talked to Eric Olin after that. 505-246-0610. Come on. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts. Even
Monday Night Football tonight here on the Sports Animal. What do we got? Steelers, Dolphins need a gigantic day out of Jalen Warren. Why are you looking at me like that?
I think Minka Fitzpatrick could have the best game ever by a defensive back.
Yes, I do. Best game ever. I need me some Jalen Warren tonight badly, or it's all over. We'll have that for you starting at 5:30 here on the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Of course, your NFL coverage when you're home for the National Football League is brought to you by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub, now open in Albuquerque. Come join them New Year's Eve. They'll offer you a complimentary champagne toast as you bring in the new year. Conveniently located in the Winrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque for more information. 505-246-0610. Cowboy fan, want to hear from you on that last night. The injuries that just riddled the National Football League. Have we heard anything on the Devontae Adams injury? Did you see, so both
hamstring.
But how like a severity? They play Thursday. It's a
he's
short
not playing
week,
Thursday,
right?
I don't see how he can play. This is one where you get Adams ready for the playoffs.
Okay. Puka Nacua got hurt too right after that. He got hit and bent in half, and that was gnarly. So you had big time injuries. Mahomes and Micah Parsons, both ACL, both out for the year, both devastating injuries. I mean, for Mahomes, they're done, but still. And for Micah Parsons, that changes the trajectory of what you think the Packers are going through. So all that is there for you, and it's on the table. Yesterday afternoon, Louisville basketball. So let's get into this. We haven't hit here yet. They played the entire second half without two starters. Tomislav Buljan goes down with what appeared to be a hamstring injury. He played just under 12 minutes. How about the line for Buljan? No points, no rebounds. Kind of crazy, right? After the numbers he's put up, but he, again, didn't play. Chris Howell, I saw Grammer said it looked like his wrist. It was right in front of me, and Daniel and I had the call yesterday over on News Radio KKOB. He was holding his right side. It looked like a rib injury. Eric Olin said he believes it to be an oblique. That's right here, right? Isn't that like the
that
side?
Is your oblique?
Yeah. So I understand that and I don't ever doubt what Jeff Grammer says, but I for that one I think we had a better view on it. And
if the coach is saying,
well, I mean, it's in the post-game interview that you've got over there. I'm looking at Grammer's story. It says holding his left wrist. It wasn't that though. It just he was holding his right side. I thought at the time it was a rib thing, but I did ask Eric Olin in the post-game show about the two, and he said he thinks it's an oblique. I asked him, is Tomislav, is it hamstring? And yeah, we'll know more, but it looks like it. Tomislav had to be helped up. He was holding, it was the right side who was holding the back of that leg right under the right buttock, right at the top of the leg. I mean, it like looked for all the world like it was a hamstring, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Now, after the game, he was walking with a limp, without any help, and he was the first guy in the handshake line. 75-59, JJ. They go down 9-0. And Eric Olin, after the game yesterday, said, you know what, to be honest, it probably was hard to get up for this one. He said we had 2 games behind this that were big profile games, big net games. They played Santa Clara at home, and then they traveled. He says, and it was, just a short turnaround, traveling across the country. They played Wednesday night, probably got home in the middle of the night on Thursday and played on Sunday afternoon against a team who was 5-5, who had lost 3 in a row. Now, granted, Florida Gulf Coast lost 3 in a row by combined 13 points. And so they get down 9-0. There was a weird feeling in the pit. It was like, what is going on here? And then they explode. They come back, and they're up 28-25 in the second half and got up by as many as at halftime, and then got up by as many as 25 in the second half. And I thought they answered the bell in the second half. They shoot the ball, 3-point shots. JJ, out of 60 field goal attempts, 34 were 3-point attempts for New Mexico. It's not like they shot a great clip. They were only 7 out of 34 for 20.5%. The guy, I thought Chol was good yesterday. We have some Antonio Chol song that we can listen to in the next hour. But it was one of those games to me where, you know what? I get it, man. It probably was tough to get up for on a Sunday afternoon on a short turnaround against a team that, after all that was on the line the last couple. But I'll give them to play without 2 starters against a team that's not great but not horrible, and be as convincing as they were. I think that's something to build on, and you got other dudes' minutes. I love the growth of JT Rock. I love the minutes that Uriah Tenet's getting. You got more minutes for Milos Vicencic, who gave you, a little something. And guys are getting time. Bottom line is the bottom line. They're 9-2 going into conference play.
Because Stone Cold said so. That is the bottom line. Good teams find ways to win. It's hard each game to figure out what's going to be the factor that gets you going. You don't know how many times pregame I've heard a coach tell a player, get your mind right, get your mind right. It's a constant battle in this. Easier said than done. And for the Lobos, the fact that coming off those 2 big-time performances and finding a way to win differently when you have 2 key contributors out of the lineup, you get off to a slow start. Good teams find ways to win. Not every game is going to look great. Not every initial 20 minutes is going to look like the final 20 minutes, and that's what I appreciate about this Lobo team is they have a grit to them, and they can grind through some different areas. They don't necessarily allow one thing to pull them too far in one direction, which I appreciate watching this team with how they are able to stay in games, whether it's VCU first half, Santa Clara, or yesterday. All right, slow start. How do you get back in it? What are you going to do when you have to shuffle around pieces? I think JT Rock, the efficiency numbers are really good the last 3 games, and he's a good player, man. He's a 7'1" dude with some strength. He can move well. It's not awkward when you watch him play. He could be in line for a bigger role over the next week or 2, depending on what's up with Bullion. And we knew Tenet was going to be that dude. He's going to hover 25 to 30 minutes per game with his scoring ability, and that inbounds dunk, the highlight of the game. And he's going to continue to surprise people. Now it's on film, and teams aren't going to be surprised, but what you saw yesterday is the moments we talk about, whether it's another game and you reference, just the steadiness of Chris Howell or the scoring of Jake Hall. But yesterday, Luke Hopp, I thought filled in really nicely to fill the gaps that they were missing.
All right, when we get back, what did yesterday do for their net ranking? It's going to surprise you. It certainly surprised me. We'll hear some sound in the next hour after the game. The NFL's open for you. Diego's open for you as well. 505-246-0610 is how to get here. All right, so you got a new year coming up. You're going to make resolutions. Right now we're in the holiday season. We're all making choices. How about the choice to download Prize Picks? Try something new. Prize Picks feels good to be winning with the high-pressure playoff matchups coming up, coming down the stretch, big games, elite hoop action every night. It never stops, man. Get into Prize Picks, download the app, and play and win. You pick lineups of 2 to 6 players, and then you go more or less, and you can mix it up. Basketball and football, soccer and hockey, whatever you like. I'm looking tonight, Devon Achane. You like 80.5 rushing yards. So you're going to go more or less. How about Aaron Rodgers, 211.5 passing yards? Will that be more or less? You can put that in the same lineup with Cam Spencer of the Lakers, or against the Clippers tonight. He's the Memphis point guard. or shooting guard. 18.5 points tonight, more or less. You like Jalen Wells? They're playing the Clippers tonight as well. Go more or less, 13.5 points. That's how it is. Prize Picks has wonderful new social feeds feature. You can share your prize picks with your friends. You can copy lineups from winners with a single click. You can copy lineups you like and use them as inspiration for your own, or you can even follow Prize Pick partners and tail or fade their picks with just one click. Prize Picks is fun, man. I've been having a good time with it. Bottom line is, we're watching the games. We think we know. Might as well turn it into a couple of bucks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KNML. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This report is sponsored by Supersure.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of worth, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684.
Tulsa 83-70. So New Mexico State is 6-3. They will open up conference play next weekend against Sam Houston. JJ, it's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. So look, man, I understand who you played is part of the metric. I just, doesn't winning or losing matter? So the Lobos beat Florida Gulf Coast by 16 yesterday, and their net ranking dropped 5 points from 58 to 63. Meanwhile, the team that they beat.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Coast wrap up non-conference play at 9 and 2. They will start Mountain West play on Saturday when San Jose State comes to town. Ladies were winners in the PIP. Second straight victory over a Big 12 team. Pounded Houston 63-41. And the Heisman Trophy was awarded to Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback at the University of Indiana. Volcano Vista High School graduate, former New Mexico State quarterback Diego Pavia, now at Vanderbilt, finished second, and then proceeded to say via his social media, F all the Heisman voters, followed by an apology saying, I didn't really mean that. Bad look by me. I should have handled it better. Did I wrap it up all right? Are we done now?
Good night now. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's all on the table for you at 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Text line says, worried about Lobo men's basketball team in bad headspace going in a conference play with Kevin Patton not suited up for the game yesterday. Is that what you're worried about? That's your worry? This is from 5568. So Lobos were incredibly shorthanded yesterday. They started the game. Kevin Patton was not available for what we were told were personal reasons, so he wasn't there. And then they lose both Tomislav Bullion, with what appeared to be a hamstring injury, and they lose Chris Howell with what coach said was an oblique, both in the first half. Neither of them played in the second half. So, JJ, they were down 2 starters and a rotation player and outscored Florida Gulf Coast 47-34 in the second half. It turned a 3-point lead at one point into a 25-point lead and ran away and hid. I'm worried about Bullion and Howell. Yeah, not having Patton was there, but that's not my biggest worry.
No, and they do catch a little bit of a break given the fact they play 2 games in the next 15 days.
Yeah, 2 games the rest of the calendar year. They will play on the 20th. That is Saturday against San Jose State, which, again, if you're going to have to play someone in your league without Bullion and or Howell, this might be the game. You get San Jose State at home. I'm not going to tell you anything's easy, and I've watched San Jose State beat you. I was there last year when they beat you up at their place in their little rec center. But if there's a game that you might have to play without Bullion and or Howell, this would probably be the one, because I'm going to guess if they're iffy, you rest them with 10 days between having to play San Jose State and Boise State, right? If there's an if, I know how that sounds, but if there's an if, you probably err on the side of caution a little bit, knowing that you're going to have another sizable break before you have to go and play the next one. I mean, don't you think? We'll see how the week goes. But JJ, Bullion and or Howell, or they could go. This is probably one where you say, you know what? Let me make sure they're good and rest them another 10 days.
Be in a situation where you put either of those players out there too soon when you're starting game 1 of 20 for Mountain West play.
All right, let's go to you. 505-246-0610. Ken, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Ken.
Good morning, guys. Davis Miller,
Yeah, I didn't see him at all yesterday.
What's that?
Didn't see him at all yesterday. He didn't play.
Well, and nobody's mentioned him. I was hoping to get some update from Olin. Nothing. I mean, it wasn't even mentioned.
Yeah.
It's always like, oh, look at all the players we're missing, but he's not even mentioned.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that? I mean,
Fair question.
He could have been a really impactful player, I thought, yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was no-show. Pavia, I am trying so hard to like this kid. It is really, really hard to like this kid. I love that he's New Mexican. I love this, love that. Volcano Vista, great. He's on the sucks. He's got this attitude. I don't know if it's like he feels like he's out to get them, or I just don't know. Second and Heisman is
phenomenal.
I mean, you ask 10 people, and I think that's exactly where he should have been, second. And then he acts like that. It's so hard. It's like rewarding bad behavior. And I know he apologized, and that's okay. He apologized. Somebody must have gotten his ear. It's like, I'm sorry, not sorry type thing, kind of. It's like, okay, you're sorry that quick after you make those comments? Okay, that's cool. But it's just so hard to like this kid, man. He's just got, I grew up here. There were kids like that all around me, man, that are just the kind of bullies. And he's just kind of a bully. And he can play, and he's New Mexican, great. Good for him. But he's volatile. He's like toxic. He's that toxic, kid at school that bullies everybody. And it's just so hard to like him. But, congratulations. He got second. He's a phenomenal player. He's New Mexican. I wish he would better represent the state and his family. I can't remember the last time a player said that on social media after the Heisman Trophy. Voting, it would be Paul. And I don't know. I don't know if I can just get with this kid. So it's a tough one for me. Thanks, guys.
Got it. No, and I think, look, there's a lot of people who feel very similar. And the Pavia thing, everybody's all over the place on this. You're conflicted. Some people, I can't stand him. They peed on the logo. I hate him. He's porque. He's this. Other people are like, he's porque. I love him. Right? He's what we're whatever you're feeling is fine. What Ken said is, I'm trying so hard to like him, and I'm just struggling. I want to like him. He's from here. But look, there's a thing that says be who you are. And that's who Diego is, man. And like it, don't like it, that's who he is. He's one hell of a football player. It was a bad look, the F the voters thing. I mean, there's no defending that, right?
No, and I think a lot of people probably fall where Ken is. Like, you want to respect the player because he is such a good football player. His story is fantastic. And then it's just an attitude of like, we get it, man. It's your chip on the shoulder. It fueled you, but you don't need to keep throwing everyone under the bus. Like, you're in New York for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah. I mean, you got the mad respect. Dude, finishing second in the Heisman voting, there's no disrespect. And the quarterback from the number one team in the nation won it. Are your numbers better? I think so. Like I said earlier, and I'm on the record. I said this earlier. If I had a vote, and I don't, I would have voted him 1 and Mendoza 2 and Love 3. I thought, and the reason is A, the numbers, B, the story, C, the impact. Actually, B, the impact, and C, the story. I thought the numbers said he was the best player in college football. I thought the impact made him the best player in college football, and the story makes it even more intriguing. That's no disrespect to Fernando Mendoza, because his story is pretty damn good too. He came out of nowhere. He's at a place that has no football history, that has now elevated to the number one team in the country. And so, no disrespect. If I had a vote, I would have voted for Diego, but I totally respect the process. All right, Hoser, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Josue.
Hey, good morning. I kind of feel the same way like Ken. I wish he wouldn't have done that. For all the people that already had that stereotype of him going in, and we heard some of that before the ceremony. It's like, hey, we were right. He kind of proved people right. But yeah, it's just not a bad, or it's a bad look. And so, yeah, for me, it's like, man, just don't do that. You got so much to lose, and and a lot still to gain. And I just hope it doesn't hurt him. But back to the comment about be who you are. I mean, I guess to an extent, right? I mean, if you're I mean, if you have a bad attitude or if it's going to cost you something, maybe we need to make a change. Maybe we need to, grow up a little bit. But yeah, that was just awful to see. The other awful thing that I saw this week was just how the Cowboys just string us along as fans. You think it's going to be, that something's going to happen. So it's funny. I don't know how to feel about this team because they are competitive, but they just, for whatever reason, they just can't get over the hump. A lot of it is that secondary that's still kind of learning, that's weak, and and I still the defensive line is still, it's playing better, but it's still like it's just not really coming together quite like you need it to in big games to get those stops and hopefully get those wins. But that's why we watch and just enjoy it. If your team is doing great this year, hey, enjoy it because it all comes crashing down as we've seen with the Kansas City Chiefs. There's only one. It's only going to end bad. Usually for a team, and they get older, they start getting hurt, and just enjoy the good times.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yes.
All right, man. Great to hear you. 505-246-0610. When we come back, you want to hear a little bit from post game from Lobo basketball last night? What do we got? We got Coach and Chol or just Chol?
Just Chol, right?
All right, Antonio Chol last night after the game. What he had to say after leading the Lobos is scoring. You can get it on the NFL. Diego, it's all there for you on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports.
95.9 FM.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies, the 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView.
No, I'm sorry, 6 points in the first 8.5 minutes. Ended up scoring 75, 47 in the second half, up by 25 and win the game. Antonio Chol was your leading scorer last night. He had 14 points for New Mexico. He hit 3 of his 8 three-point shots. Lobos had to play the second half without Tomislav Bullion. Looked like a hamstring. Without Chris Howell, it was an oblique. We'll see how much they will be available. The Javis Miller question is an interesting one, didn't you think?
I agree. Kind of been in and out of the rotation throughout the year.
Not sure I have an answer.
I don't think anyone does right now.
All right. What do you got from Antonio Chol on the postgame show?
Well, it's a conversation you and D. Ferris had with him if you want to listen.
Yeah, you want to just run the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right, here's Daniel Ferris and I over on News Radio KQ being along the UNM Sports Radio Network with Antonio Chol after the game.
We was kind of shaky to start, but, we respond very well. So,
Coach said, it was hard to get up for this one. 2 big wins in a row. These ranked teams higher in the net ranking, a lot of travel, quick turnaround. Is that why maybe the slow start?
Yeah, I think, if we're just being honest, like those teams aren't as good. Like this team isn't as good as VCU or Santa Clara.
It's hard to get up when it's on paper and it's not necessarily, a net 40 team and all this,
Yeah, so that kind of plays a factor in human nature. So, but, when they went on that, like our team is very good at responding. You know what I mean? Like we understand, like, it's 40 minutes, the game just started, we'll be fine. Basketball's a game of runs. They went on theirs, we'll go on ours, we'll get stops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're not rattled by any of it. And then we're at home too, so.
So you go into the second half, and I don't know when you guys found out that Tomislav and Chris weren't coming back. So you go down 2 starters. You already, Kevin Patton wasn't here, so you're already down 3 guys, certainly 2 starters. Was there a role change? Did you feel that you had to do anything differently?
Nah, not really, honestly. I kind of play the same, pretty consistent. Obviously I look for my shot. I'm aggressive all the time. Obviously, a little bit, you see Tom, you're like, okay, I can be a little more aggressive, but overall, I wouldn't say it was a big change, because I'm always aggressive, I'm always trying to shoot the basketball, so.
Hey, and I thought you were going to dunk on dude right here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
it was right
So did
there.
you.
No, you get us excited on those.
It was
man.
early second half, so I don't know if
Legs
my
are
knees
still
are
getting
ready.
warm. No, I get it.
Yeah.
But, hey, we love your aggressiveness attacking the rim. I love when you're stretching the floor. And, honestly, my favorite part is on defense. The length that you guys have. You're getting in passing lanes. You guys play hard and tough, man. I love it. And like you said, you don't just play the first bit. You guys play the whole game. And that's what we're going to keep needing, man. So keep it up.
He's Antonio Chol with us. He had 14 points to lead the Lobos tonight. Do you still feel like you're finding your role in this? Everything's so new, right? Everybody was brand new. It feels like there's times, I think back to the New Mexico State game where I thought there were times where you wanted to take over. Are you still feeling your way into your role here?
I wouldn't say really, honestly. I kind of know my role. I wouldn't say there's too much roles, on our team. It's kind of like there's like 4 guys who are consistent double digits, Any one of us could lead us in scoring at one, game.
Yes.
So, that's kind of how I look at it. Obviously my role is obviously to score a little bit more than others. So that's how I view it. But, if somebody has a hot hand, or they're hooping, like, what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not going to
you feed the
that's
hot
my
hand.
teammate. I love him. I'm trying to say let them hoop. But I would say our roles are pretty much, like, kind of determined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that makes sense. 10 games in. All right, you're 9-2 headed into conference. You comfortable with where you are as a team? Coach just said, we're not championship caliber yet. It's in us, but we're not there yet. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree. There's a lot of instances where we could have prevented, a layup, backdoor, offensive rebound. Like, a championship team is not letting stuff like that happen. They're closing it out, taking care of the basketball. Like, I think there's a lot, like, there's a big gap between us now and, like, February. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, we can get so much better, especially on defense, and we're already a good defensive team.
No,
you know what I
hang
mean?
your hat on that. I mean, think about how much better you guys have gotten from the beginning of the season to now. I mean, the flow on offense is kind of sporadic today a little, but in general, I'd say you guys are finding a nice rhythm. You guys are having your defense kickstart that offense, right, with fast break dunks, threes. So you guys are fun to watch, man.
Appreciate it.
Go enjoy this one, man. Congratulations on the victory. Appreciate you
Appreciate
spending some time
you
with
guys,
us.
man.
He's Antonio Chol with the Lobos with 14 tonight.
On the post-game show last night over on the UNM Sports Radio Network, and that was the first time I've actually got to speak with him. I had not before, and I like that. But his point on there's different guys that are going to lead you, and this is a team that might have somebody different every night. Jake Hall, who had been your leading scorer, 5 of 14 from the field yesterday, 2 out of 10 from three-point land. He had 12 points. Jake Hall's going to shoot the basketball, but he's not always going to make his shots. So last night, with Bouillon out, Antonio Chol had to step up, and it was him. You had 4 guys in double figures, 14 out of Chol, 12 out of Hall, 12 out of Aubrey, and then 10 from JT Rock coming off the bench.
He is got a pretty darn high ceiling for his ability in the paint, offensively, defensively, and if there's a chance, Bouillon might not be ready to go. You have some time. In fact, you're playing 2 games over the next 15 days. Not a bad option to get some extended minutes out of.
Yeah, I think just watching his growth. And I asked Eric Olin about him in the post-game show. I said both. It feels like JT is getting more confident, and it feels like you, Eric Olin, are getting more confident with him. And now the fact that Bouillon is injured and might not be available, and again, I say might because I have no idea the extent of the hamstring injury. Will he be available to go on Saturday against San Jose? I don't know. And Eric said after the game he doesn't know. But either way, I got to believe you're seeing extended minutes for JT Rock. And they're getting more. Yesterday he played 20 minutes. That's half of the game. He had 10 points and 7 rebounds. He's got a feathery touch. He's a good free throw shooter, which I love in a big guy. But there was a moment late in the game, JJ, he got it on the low left block and had a true post move, granted against a smaller Malone. But JT at 7'1", most guys are going to be smaller. Back to the basket, true post move, fake left, turn right, shot with the left off the backboard. And I was like, okay, that's it. And Daniel was yelling, B7-1, B7-1, right for the yells. That was one of those where I'm like, okay, that's a true old school center post move.
Yeah, he has.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing.
I was supposed to work on biggest winners and losers during that break, wasn't I?
Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanalytiq.com and JJ at sportsanalytiq.com. Text line says on Diego, if he hated all the voters, he could have turned down the invitation to New York and stayed home. Yeah, I guess he could have. He didn't hate them yet, right?
Yeah, not quite yet.
I mean, at that point, he didn't hate him yet. You feel offended, JJ, as you are one of the voters that he said that to you?
No, I do not.
You don't take it personally?
I do not.
All right. I'm looking at 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Emails, Jeff at sportsanalytiq.com, JJ at sportsanalytiq.com. You want me to go winners? You want me to go losers? Where do you want me to go first?
Let's go winners.
I'm looking for the third one on this, and I guess I'm going to go Rams on this as number 3 on the winners. I guess I could go Ravens. It'll go honorable mention Ravens to stay in it. But I'm going to go Rams because it was a team coming across that was one of those teams that was desperate, that was said to be one of the Super Bowl contenders, and I think we all thought the Lions were that. Rams facing a showdown on Thursday night up in Seattle to hold off a Lions team and win 41-34, to stay in the number 1 seed as they head into the showdown with Seattle in a game that was eminently losable. And I say that because, well, they all are, because if you look around. But to get the Lions in there, I'm going to give the Rams the number 3 to hold on to the number 1 seed. Number 2 winner was the Broncos. I think 1 and 2 are easy. And you put them in whatever order you want. Number 2 is the Broncos because they were underdogs at home. They've won, 10 in a row, 9 in a row, whatever the hell it's been. And being a dog at home with the number 2 seed at the time out of the other conference coming in, and you handled them. And you didn't absolutely have to rely on your defense. Bo Nix gave you a game yesterday, threw for 4 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over, and threw for 302 yards against a defense. And Micah Parsons was there most of the game. I understand he got hurt, but against a defense that has been at times called elite. And then to ascend to the number 1 spot in the AFC, that's a gigantic victory. And in most weekends, I would argue that is the number 1 win of the week. But to me, it was the Bills because they were down 2 games to a division foe, and they were at that division foe, and they were on the road, and they were down 21-0 in the first half, and they were down 24-7 at halftime. And Josh Allen turned it on and had a spectacular second half, and he ends up throwing for 3 touchdowns. Not great numbers yardage-wise, but he was at 193, 48 yards rushing. I would have loved for him to get to 50. Would have made my life easier. But I thought that was the biggest win because it keeps them in contention not only for the division, but if Denver should slip somewhere along the line. That was a kind of, I don't want to say must-have, but it was for the division and really a statement game as people look at the contenders. So I got Rams 1, Broncos 2, Bills 3.
Biggest wins of the weekend. They were against the opponents they played, what was at stake, and the teams, of course, at the top, not just those fighting for the wild card position, but with what was on the line between the Bills and the Patriots in that division race. The Patriots and the Broncos in fighting for the number 1 seed in the AFC. And Denver is that team that just finds a way. You know, there's little Russell Wilson and Bo Nix game when it comes to those moonball shots over the top. They hit him in big-time situations, short yardage situations late in the game. Sean Payton will dial up those plays downfield. They're hitting them. Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin yesterday, and especially for the Rams, that win at home to be able to continue to hold pace atop the NFC. Yeah, Devontae Adams probably going to miss some time, but you get him ready for the playoffs. And you look at the NFC, there's good teams there, but overall, who could be the best team? It's still, to me, the LA Rams.
All right. Losers, honorable mentions the Packers. And you could argue the Packers more so than the Lions, but I'll tell you why I have Lions in at 3 and Packers honorable mention. They fall all the way to 7 and they lose Micah Parsons. To lose that game on the road, I don't think it's a sin to lose to Denver. But so that's why I got them an honorable mention. Number 3 is the Lions, and because they needed to win. They're going across the country, and it was a statement game, and they fall a full game and a half now behind the Packers for that final playoff spot. And this is a team that was the 1 seed last year that was I don't want to say everybody's, but a lot of people's favorite coming out of the NFC preseason. They had to win. They had to go on the road and win, and they didn't. And to shut them down and move them more secure out of the grid right now, that's a huge loss for them. Number 2 is the Chiefs, and I say that, and it'll be the last time we say that, but for that dynasty to finally go on a hiatus, to be eliminated, to lose at home to the Chargers, to lose Patrick Mahomes to the ACL, which is going to hurt them into next year, and to finally, after being who they've been for the last decade, to be eliminated. I mean, I don't know how you look at that and say that's not gigantic. And number 1's easy. I mean, number 1's the Panthers. And you're like, Jeff, the Panthers? The Panthers played the 3-win Saints. The Panthers had an opportunity to take control of their division. The Panthers had an opportunity to secure a spot in the playoffs, and the Panthers lost to the Saints 20-17. Right after Tampa Bay lost in their division earlier in the week to Atlanta, this was the Panthers' division to have, and they went to New Orleans and laid an egg. Easy number 1 loser of the week.
No doubt about it. Missed opportunity. You play hard throughout the season. Yeah, Carolina's been alternating wins and losses, but to be in a moment, you're on the road, you have a chance to really put Tampa Bay in your rearview mirror, and it's New Orleans. It's a thorn in the side. Just like we saw Thursday Night Football, Atlanta rise up, take care of Tampa Bay. You come in Sunday, the Saints at home, make the plays late. There was that personal foul on Tyler Shuck when he slid.
How about that? How about that call where quarterback sneaked run up the middle they were going to get up and spike it instead of a field goal, and the guy took off the quarterback's head.
Yeah. Instead of just slide there, maybe wait an extra second, slow him down, puts him in field goal range. Good night now for the Panthers. And now it's still wide open. You had a chance to take a step forward if you're Carolina, and you get to play the Bucs twice down the stretch, which is going to be interesting to see who wants to win the division that's been a mediocre division for quite some time.
Oh, that's right. All right, let's go to you, 505-246-0610. Fred, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Fred.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, I just want to talk about Pavia because I loved Pavia the whole year. Yeah, I remember I was talking about him for game after game. But, I'm just so upset that he did what he did because it was such a great honor to be picked second in the Heisman. And, he could have said so many other things than what he said, and it just really upset me. And the thing is, this Fernando Mendoza, God, what a great kid, and a similar type situation that Pavia was. He was only a 2-star prospect out of high school. He didn't even have an offer except to go to Yale, and instead California got a hold of him in the last minute. He went there, but they redshirted him his first year. He didn't even start till his second year in the 6th game. I mean, it's just one of these guys that were so similar to Pavia, and he got his bachelor's degree there at California, and then has a chance to go to Indiana. Look what he did at Indiana, and then both of them, Pavia went against Alabama, number 10, LSU, number 10, Missouri, 15, Texas, 20, Tennessee, 19. 5 ranked teams, and of course Mendoza went against number 1 Ohio State and Illinois and number 3 Oregon. I mean, they had similar, really great kids, first and second. And I just wish he wouldn't have done what he did. I don't know if it's going to hurt him professionally or not, but just my opinion, that was a wrong thing to do, and it's just a shame that that happened because I was so proud of the kid. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. A lot of people feel that way, JJ. A lot of people, and that's kind of what we've heard today is, a couple of people said, I really want to like him. I really do. He apologized for it, whatever that means to you. He shouldn't have put up that post. I mean, there's, he said his emotions and he likes to win, and everybody's competitive. Fred's right, man. Finishing second in the Heisman is nothing to be upset about. Now, if he in his heart thought he should have won, I get that. I know he did. Like I told you, I'd have voted him number 1 too. And many other people did.
I think a lot of people, because there's not necessarily like a list. They say, you have to evaluate this, that, or the other when it comes to the Heisman Trophy. There's a lot of these things where an individual voter can feel one way about something, not care about it. But I do think the only reason that Diego Pavia did not beat Mendoza for the Heisman was character.
So, like, Michelle Auerbach and a number of people posted their ballots. He wasn't even top 3. I'm not sure how you look at it.
That's crazy.
But so that's character, right?
Yeah.
That's just, I don't like him, I'm not voting for him, right? Because I don't know how on merit you can put in a ballot and say, I don't think he's top 3. It was, I think she had Mendoza, Love, and Sand. I think is how it was. And again, it's your right. It's your vote. I'm not mad at her. I just don't understand it other than it's got to be completely on character. This one from 6328, Jeff, regarding Pavia. I just saw another social media post where he's partying in the club, Bleep Indiana sign. Wow, what a loser this guy is. Unfortunately, he reinforces all the crappy national stigmas associated with Albuquerque and the people who live here. I wish our state and local sports fans would disown him rather than support him at this point. Can't think of a better way to absolutely kill his NFL stock. Absolute moron is what this one says.
Everyone should be enjoying themselves that night. Now, is he probably different than some other people? You betcha. But honestly, too, like, I'm not gonna get mad, man. Someone put up an F India. He wasn't like the one that was
he was
holding up
with
that
the
screen. He was
sign
with,
there, but
with the sign, and he
did
played
have his
into
middle
it. So,
finger
like, what do you
out.
expect, man? He's with his friends partying.
Yeah.
And is it a good look?
No.
That's his look. At this point, own it. I don't need apologies after the fact. It doesn't change anything. This is not changing. Moving the needle a lot. Like, he didn't go from he's being picked in the second round to undrafted because of this. It was always going to be one, even if he was perfect character. Questionably 6 foot tall.
Maybe. Yeah.
And he's a great college quarterback.
Yeah.
It doesn't always translate to the NFL.
There have been a lot of great college quarterbacks that weren't great NFL quarterbacks. Doesn't make his career any less spectacular as far as what he did on the football field. And again, what he did on the football field, he's a legend at 3 places. He won a national junior college championship. He was a Heisman runner-up. He had the best college football career of anybody who's ever come out of New Mexico since Tommy McDonald in the mid-'50s and maybe period. That's who he is and will always be. What happens now, I got a text, let me find this one, because, somebody was rooting for him and said, he's got great opportunity. It says, Pavia should have won the Heisman. Immature young man who may not overcome his shortcomings. We'll see, man. Look,
it depends on what happens, with what career path he takes, because there's a lot of people that don't like this stuff, understandably so. Not a lot of things I would do, but what Pavia is doing is also living in an age where that social media persona can carry him for a while in the podcast and social media world.
Well, there's a group of very successful podcasters and influential people who seem to love him.
That is correct.
Right? And he's getting a lot of high-profile looks, exposure that, that's why I say, where does this go? He doesn't have to conform to what you like. There's a lot of people who are very successful who are out there doing things that you would say, yeah, that's embarrassing, but they're killing it, right? And so let's watch what Diego does. Yeah, not a good look. Bleep all the voters, yeah, bad luck. And you've let us know about it today, and I think that's good. I think that's how you feel. 505-246-0610. We'll wrap it up when you get back. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and
conference play. It'll start on Saturday against San Jose State. Ladies were winners, 63-41 over the Big 12's Houston Cougars on Saturday night. Diego Pavia finished second in the Heisman voting to Fernando Mendoza of Indiana, and then the Volcano Vista alum went on his social media, put out a F the voters tweet, and then washed that down with an apology and calling what he did disrespectful, and apologized for his social media interaction. And certainly you guys are vocal on that today, as I would expect you would be. JJ Tech says, good morning, fellas. Well, my team is now 12-2, locked in for home field advantage of the AFC West. Denver Broncos got a good win Sunday. I'm feeling good about that. How about them Cowboys? So bad when you're in your own house and come up short. Cowboys suck. Thank you, John. Bronco fan reveling in the Cowboys' misfortune and not goodness. All right, what are you taking into your Monday? What's the big story for you today?
I think definitely the injuries that were sustained yesterday, the two that are different trajectories. The Packers are still a team that could win the NFC. Things changed defensively. Now there's carryover going into next year and the year after that, given the draft capital that was wrapped up in Michael Parsons. And for Kansas City, it's the end of a dynasty. Yes, it is. But I look at them, and I have this feeling that they're going to be the Golden State Warriors. And no one thought the Warriors were going to find another championship, and they did. Like Patrick Mahomes, if next year happens to be a lost season, then Kansas City can take a step back and retool without the pressure of being that team. They've played a ton of football. They've won a ton of games, and they've put themselves in that situation to even just a couple weeks ago, they were still the favorites to win the Super Bowl because you just can't quit them until you know they're out for sure. And they're out of the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is hurt. Chance to probably shed some of the veteran salaries they have next year. Try to get a little bit younger. Absolutely figure out what you're doing with that offensive line moving forward. And Mahomes is going to come back, and Kansas City is going to be a factor moving forward.
I think that's probably right. It may not be next year, but there will be. And I think a big key of this is how much Andy Reid wants to stick around. Don't you think? You know, at 67, and there's been no hints that he's going to be retiring, but I mean, at some point, when how much more do you want to do? Do you want to go through a whole retool, rebuild? They're going to go next year with a different quarterback to start the season. It won't be Patrick Mahomes.
No, it's going to be a tough year. And with Sal Paolantonio, the ESPN NFL reporter who was with him pretty much the entire time in Philadelphia, I heard him do an interview last night, and he said the one thing with Andy Reid, and he's made it known the last couple of seasons, is that to his family, like, this is what he wants to do, and he's all in. And so I don't think you always, as a franchise, look at the whole picture, but I don't think the Mahomes knee injury changes that trajectory for Andy Reid.
One piece of news injury-wise, Christian Watson, who is the Packers wide receiver, who evidently went to the hospital in Denver during the game for a CT scan. Not a long-term injury, is what they're saying. He left the game in the third quarter, left shoulder. Evidently, he will be relatively okay. Thank you. What do we have today? Antonio Chol from yesterday. The Herd with Colin Coward is next. The Jim Rome Show will follow that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in at 4. You get Monday Night Football, Steelers and Dolphins coming up at 5:30. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning. We'll start at 7 a.m. Adrian, great job on the television. Sorry, my camera keeps going out. He is JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
This is a place steeped in tradition. We celebrate our culture, our land, and our game. Tradition so unique, it's impossible to ignore its lasting legacy. A legacy of work, of success. This year, December 27th, we celebrate one of New Mexico's great legacies. The 20th annual Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Be there to celebrate one of our state's great traditions, where college football legacy reigns supreme. The Isleta New Mexico Bowl. Legacy in every play.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is